Welcome to Meticulous Creations. Today we're going to introduce you to some precision tools that'll help you to get your woodworking to raise to the next level. These tools will help you to get surfaces absolutely matching, especially in the times of underdimensioned wood, such as the 3/4 inch plywood that's actually 710 thousandths. With these pieces of instruments, you'll be able to measure dimensions, and with a calculator you'll also be able to set your tool height so that you'll be able to cut and get things to where they'll match perfectly without any kind of sanding or anything like that. This is not feel. The indicators, there's no side pressure, it's all strictly gravity. The gravity of the indicator spindle will tell you where your zero is and where your part matches. There's no pressure on it whatsoever. So that way when you put the glue in and put everything together and clamp it in place and set it, it comes out smooth and even. That's what you want, and this will help you to do that. In the meantime, sit back and enjoy. Watch what we're doing. Watch how we show you how to do this. A lot of the tools I have are precision routers, precision edge guides, router tables, stuff like that. But you can do the same thing on an inexpensive router table or even the handheld router itself. And you might even be able to set up a router table yourself. You know, if you have an ingenuitive way of creating. In the meantime, enjoy what we're putting together for you today, and hopefully this will help you out. Now, what we would like you to do is, if you like what you see, subscribe. Hit that subscribe bell. If you have questions about what I've showed you, in case anything has passed over you and you didn't get all your information that you needed, if you have a question about it, please by all means shoot me a comment, so that if you have the comment, then I can either address it in another email, or I'll send you back an email explaining to answer your questions. A lot of this stuff tends to go over people's heads. It seems like it's complicated, but it's really not. In the meantime, enjoy. Steel tape. You notice that steel tapes are marked off in 1/16 increments. 1/16, 1/8, 3/16, 1/4 inch, all the way up through an inch. You also have a marking at 1 foot, 16 inches, and then there's one here at 19 and 3/16, and then again on 1 foot markings. Okay. Some of your steel tapes will even have a 30-second marked off on 30 seconds between 0 and 12 inches. This steel tape is a little larger than normal. The one I like to use, it's recommended for around the house shop use, is around an 8 foot. This is a 16. Does a good job. We're reviewing again the steel tape, showing a closer shot, with being a 1 to 2, 16th, 1/8, 3/16, 1/4 inch, all the way up to 1 inch. The 16th of an inch was actually around 61 thousandths. So a 16th is 1,000, or 61 thousandths, okay? So if you get any closer than that, that's when you're going to have to jump in and get into your dial calipers or your digital calipers to get you closer than that. If you're doing a lot of your work around there, a 16th is pretty close. It'll work pretty well. But if you're into something that's super precise, where everything's got to match, then you're going to have to get into your more detailed, more precision tools. Okay. This is a combination square set. You'll find this scale has 1/8, 16th, 32nd, and 64ths. This is a little bit pricey. But you don't necessarily need to spend this much for one. I spent over $200 for this set. This is your 12-inch scale. There's your square head. You have your 45-degree brace and your 90-degree brace. Your thimble lock right here, and a small level on the top. You'll notice this right here. Small level right there, along with a scribe. Scribe right there works really, really well, does a good job. Set also comes with a divider head for marking the end of a round stock, and a compass head for laying out specific angles off of a side of a board. This set also has, this is a 12-inch scale. I also have a 24-inch scale that will work with this set as well. This is a 6-inch dial caliper. You can use these for many things, for checking your depth. If you want to check the shoulder depth, you can use this right here. This portion right here is for interior. And like you want to measure the depth, this the size of a hole. This part here does this. This part here will measure your exterior. Each revolution on this is 100,000. Each tick mark is 1,000s. And each one of the marks down here below is 100,000s. Okay? So in the case of this one is showing 305 thousandths right here. Okay? Not very far from here to here. Okay? This is a micrometer, 0 to 1 inch. The barrel has 25 thousandths per revolution. Each one of the tick marks is 25. And then this particular one is a friction thimble, thimble lock. And then if you look around here on the back side here, it will give you equivalents. This is really handy if you're going to be measuring small parts, nuts, well actually bolts, shafts, things like that. Very handy. Here's a better shot of the increments on the micrometer. Here's your 25,000 ticks, right? Your barrel at 25 thousandths, and right now what we're looking at is approximately 99 thousandths. That much right there. Okay. As I was reviewing the videos, I noticed that you really couldn't see what I was talking about. So here it is right here. This gives you a better picture of what's going on with this micrometer. This will happen with all your micrometers, the mechanical type, and of course the digitals are a little different. Dial indicator. This is called a drop indicator or a drop dial indicator. It's a mechanical. Each one of the marks up here is 1,000ths. Complete revolution is 100,000ths. This down here is a revolution counter. One full revolution is a ½ inch. The second revolution is 1 inch. Okay, inexpensive, not too expensive at all. Less than 50 bucks. This setup here is a little over 100. Does a really good job. The final item on our list is a decimal equivalence chart. This one's about the size. It's about the size of a it's about the size of a 3x5 card. It gives you all your decimal equivalents. It gives you tap sizes for different drill thread sizes. It gives you a decimal equivalents for different sizes. I I've always had two of these, one facing up and the other one facing the other way. I use these almost extensively. I'm pretty good with decimals, but this takes all the guesswork out. A lot of times, you remember, you're trying to create. You're not trying to figure out just exactly what you're working with. But you can go in there with your dial calipers that gives you your decimal equivalents, and then this right here will give you the fractional equivalents. So like if you're drilling with a drill bit or something like that, you can go from there. And then on top of that, if you're doing a decimal equivalent, and let's say you're trying to get a slot that's say 710, and you know that your 3/4 inch bit is too big, then you can use this. You can go in with a 5/8 bit and then subtract the difference and move it over that far. This right here takes all the guesswork out, so you're not sitting there guessing and wondering and everything like that. Is it this or is it that? This is a handy little tool. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial on precision tools and how to use them. Later on we'll use more tools like this and show you how to use them in a real world setup, i.e. setting up router bits. We'll also use them for setting up the rip fence and using it to do a fine adjustment on the rip fence on the router table. There's a project I'll be working on here shortly. It'll be a little bit of a surprise. I've got a box behind me. You'll see it back here. I'll be finishing this box up. It's for a project that's going to be used next summer. But what we'll do is we'll go with a video and show you how we're going to use that. And if you notice, I had a green mat down here that I was shooting everything on. This green mat is my layout mat. This also helps me to keep everything in place while I'm doing the videos. But in the meantime, I hope you enjoyed the video that I've shot for you today. Look forward to giving you more information, being able to get more out here, get you more interested in it. And by all means, make sure you subscribe and hit that like button, and tell your friends if they have questions about these subjects that I'm covering, to have them check me out. And by all means, make sure we get a comment from you. In the meantime, thank you for your viewing of this video.